Quick question. Do you know where you would go if a medical emergency happened tonight? Not tomorrow, not after asking a friend for recommendations, right now. It's one of those decisions we rarely think about until we're forced to make it under pressure. Maybe your child develops a dangerously high fever late at night. Maybe a family member suddenly experiences severe abdominal pain. Or perhaps someone suffers a deep cut, a possible fracture, or chest pain that can't wait until morning. In those moments, you're not comparing websites or reading dozens of reviews. You're looking for the nearest emergency facility you can trust. That's why it's worth knowing your options before an emergency happens. Welcome to Review Remedy by ScoreDoc, where we help you make informed healthcare decisions before you actually need them. Today, we're exploring ScoreDoc's list of the 3 top emergency medicine clinics in and around League City, Texas for 2026. We'll discuss what makes each facility worth considering, who they may be most convenient for, and how to decide where to go when every minute counts.
Before we begin, let's clear up one common misconception. People often use the terms emergency room and urgent care interchangeably, but they're designed for very different situations. Urgent care is appropriate for conditions like minor cuts, mild infections, sprains, or flu symptoms. Emergency medicine is for conditions that could be life-threatening or require immediate medical evaluation, such as severe chest pain, difficulty breathing, stroke symptoms, serious injuries, uncontrolled bleeding, major allergic reactions, or sudden loss of consciousness. Knowing the difference before an emergency happens can save valuable time.
Let's start with Elitecare Emergency Hospital. If you live in League City, Clear Lake, Dickinson, or nearby communities, this facility is a convenient option to keep in mind. When choosing an emergency facility, location matters. During an emergency, every additional minute spent driving, or deciding where to go, can feel much longer. One practical recommendation is to save the address of your preferred emergency facility in your phone today, rather than trying to search for it during a stressful situation. It's a small step that can make a big difference.
Next is Friendswood Hospital. For residents of Friendswood, League City, Pearland, and surrounding areas, this hospital is another important option. One advantage of becoming familiar with nearby emergency facilities before you need them is reducing uncertainty. If you've already discussed emergency plans with your family, especially if you have young children or older adults at home, you'll be able to focus on getting care instead of figuring out where to go. Preparedness isn't pessimism, it's practical.
The third facility on today's list is Texas Emergency Care Center. If you live on the western side of League City or frequently travel throughout the Bay Area, this center is another excellent resource to know about. Here's something many people overlook. Emergency medicine isn't only about treatment, it's about rapid evaluation. Sometimes you'll discover that what felt alarming turns out to be manageable. Other times, quick diagnosis allows treatment to begin immediately, and that can significantly improve outcomes. That's why it's always better to seek medical evaluation when symptoms suggest an emergency than to delay because you're unsure.
So how do you decide which emergency facility to keep in mind? Instead of waiting until you're under stress, ask yourself today, which emergency center is closest to my home? Which one is closest to my workplace? If my child became ill at night, where would we go? Does everyone in my household know that plan? Have I saved the address and phone number? These aren't questions to answer during an emergency. They're questions to answer before one happens.
Here's another practical tip that many healthcare professionals recommend. Keep a simple note in your phone that includes current medications, medication allergies, existing medical conditions, emergency contacts, insurance information, your primary care physician's name. If an emergency happens unexpectedly, having this information ready can help medical teams provide faster, safer care. It's especially helpful for older adults and anyone managing chronic health conditions.
And one final reminder. If you believe someone is experiencing a medical emergency, especially symptoms such as chest pain, difficulty breathing, signs of a stroke, severe bleeding, or loss of consciousness, don't drive around comparing facilities. Call emergency services immediately. Getting professional medical assistance started as quickly as possible is often the most important decision you can make.
If you'd like to learn more about today's featured emergency medicine facilities and read verified patient reviews, visit the complete ScoreDoc guide linked in today's show notes. Knowing your options today can make tomorrow's emergency a little less overwhelming. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Review Remedy. Until next time, stay prepared, stay informed, and remember, the best healthcare decisions are often the ones you make before you need them.